Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to your Health Concepts course. I'm creating an introductory video just to make sure we're all set up, everyone knows what's going on, and we can get this information out before the first day of class. So what I'm going to be basically doing is going over the course syllabus with you, how the course is laid out in Blackboard, some of the policies that you should be aware of, how I operate, and how this course is going to operate. And then I'll be seeing you guys whenever our first class meeting is. I'll send out an email with all that information. But let's get right into it so we don't waste too much time and we can keep this video as short as possible. So I'm just going to share my screen with you. Just give me 1 second to pull it up, and we'll be good to go. Where do I want to go? Share. Okay. Okay, perfect. So you can see my screen now. All right, so when you log into the course, this is what you're going to see. So health concepts and the course introduction is going to be right here. When you click on that, okay, you're going to see the course syllabus is in there. I'm also going to have this video tutorial in there, and there'll also be a quiz on the syllabus that I'm going to be posting. But once you get through all that, all the information you're going to need for this course is going to be on the left-hand side here. So for example, syllabus, straightforward, that's in there. Virtual classroom, this is where we're going to be meeting. So you would just go to virtual classroom/office, Blackboard, and then the course room, which is right here. And that's pretty much where we will be meeting, in the course room. Email requirements. When you want to meet with me, okay? Or I'm sorry, when you want to email me, all right, you have to follow these email requirements. I'm teaching 10 courses. I have 270 students. I need you to be as clear as possible. So when you email me, use the following format: your name, the course, the module you're referring to. All this information has to be in there. If you email me and you don't use that format, I'm going to respond to your email saying, please resend this using the proper format or the required format. You also have to email me from your Suffolk account. I will not respond to emails from your personal accounts. It's absolutely crucial that you do that. I also want to go over the course syllabus with you in a little bit, but let me just walk you through the course a little bit more, and then I will pull up the course syllabus. Okay, this census access, if you're having any issues with downloading files, this is a file conversion program. Don't worry about this browser thing. We're never going to use that. The remote college support area, this is where you're going to go if you need any help with anything as a remote learner. So for the college support areas, these are all the links to the different areas of the college. So if you need help with financial aid, you can go right here. If you're trying to figure out majors and programs, you can go there. Public safety, mental health services, registrar's office, all that information is there. So that's how you can find everything you need for the college. If you need help with emailing or tech support, I have set up for the phones on how to set up your emails. This one is actually really, really important. I'm going to move it to the top, actually. Student Guide to Technology at Suffolk. It's going to tell you how to set up your email, how to access all the information you need to access. There's Suffolk Tech Support. So if you're having trouble with technology, you can use that. And then also how to reset your password. So that's all going to be in the email and tech support area. Suffolk Online Support. This is basically the college's website for being successful online students. So there's a Blackboard mobile app, there's a student guide to Blackboard, there's a Blackboard orientation, success strategies for being an online student, things like that. This Blackboard support area is basically where you go if you need help with Blackboard. So I'm pretty good with Blackboard, and I probably can figure out what's going on. However, if you email me and say I'm struggling with Blackboard, like, I can't do much about that. I don't know what browsers you're using, what links you're clicking on, and how you're trying to navigate Blackboard. So if you're ever having issues with Blackboard, you need to contact Blackboard. You can call them. Their phone numbers are in there with their hours of operation are there. You can set up a e-ticket where you can work with them through email. There's a lot of different ways you can get support. So if you're having issues with Blackboard, contact Blackboard. If you're having issues with the course, contact me. So one of the things that my students know about me who've had me in the past is I have 5 words that I absolutely love, and they go as follows. I am not your secretary. Okay, I'm here to support you and to help you, but I will not do for you what you can do for yourself. So if you ask me, hey, when is the assignment due? I'm going to say, I'm not your secretary. Go check the syllabus. If you say, hey, I have a question about Blackboard, I'd be like, I'm not your secretary. Go to Blackboard and ask them. But if you're like, hey, I have a question on the assignment, I don't fully understand what you're asking me, like, yeah, I'll definitely help you with that. And keep in mind, I want you to reach out to me. I'm not saying don't contact me. What I'm saying is contact me, and then if I can help you, I will. And sometimes that'll mean having a conversation about what needs to be done, but that also can mean pointing you in the right direction, right? So I want you to learn how to basically support yourselves in an online environment. And so lean on me for the support, but remember, I'm going to point you in the right direction on most of these. I'm not going to do it for you. I'm going to help you figure out what you need to do so you can do it for yourself. All right. So that's pretty much how a lot of that support area is going to work and the reason it's all there in the first place. Let's go back to the course. All right, so now moving on. Um, this is a student collaboration area, so you are going to have group work. If you click on student groups, you can see that there are groups already set up. You will be doing group work there. That will all be explained in a separate tutorial, so don't stress over that right now. Just know it exists. The textbook is all here. So this is the textbook we're going to be using. I'm not going to make you buy it. It's just a link. If you want to buy it, you can just click on the link and Google it. You can buy it that way. Or just contact the school, whatever you want. But it's, instead of buying it, you could just use that, no problem there. And then all the work that you're going to need to do are in these modules. So if you notice, there are 8 modules, but the course is 15 weeks long. So just be mindful of the dates and the assignments. Remember, normally we would meet for an hour and 15 minutes per course, per class, twice a week. So that means we would normally meet for 2.5 hours a week. So over the course of 2 weeks, you're probably going to get somewhere from 4 to 6, maybe 7 hours of work to do every 2 weeks, because it would be the class work plus the work outside the class. And remember, we are going to have meetings every once in a while, and I'll go over those course meetings in a little bit. So all the work you're going to need to do is all in here. And when we go into the course syllabus, we'll cover that in more detail. But that's basically how the course is laid out. So you have your start here section, the support areas, the course support areas, the COD support areas, and then your course work with all the other information built in there. Everything you're going to need to know for this course is in the course syllabus. So I'm really not going to go too deep into the course syllabus the first day of class because you could just watch this video and read it on your own. I really don't want to waste time with that. And frankly, we're not going to be meeting as much. This is a hybrid course. So sometimes we meet, sometimes we don't. I'm really going to set it up where we're going to meet as needed. So sometimes we're going to meet, once a week. Sometimes we may only meet once every 2 weeks. And I might say, hey, next week we're not meeting because I need you to make sure you're focusing on this work. So, we're going to figure it out. So plan on meeting once every single week, and that will all be outlined. But then, if we switch things around, it is what it is. Just make sure you're available during those times and don't schedule your work hours during those times unless you absolutely know things are canceled. Remember, you're responsible for coming to class in our live sessions. You need to make sure your technology is updated. You need to make sure everything is ready to go. You need to make sure you have everything you need to access things online. Also, I'm requiring you guys to use your cameras. Okay, so no blank screens with no pictures. If you don't want to be on camera, then don't take a course that has live sessions. Take a fully online course without the live course sessions. But for this class, I want to make sure I can see your faces. It's absolutely crucial that we get to know each other. That's the whole point of this. If you're concerned about privacy, get a virtual background, set up a space in your house where you can where you can protect your privacy, where just like I am, with a blank wall behind me. Okay, do whatever it is you need to do. If you don't like the way you look in the mornings or in the afternoons, take a shower, get dressed, and do your hair. But we are meeting live. I want to see faces. I'm not going to be talking to blank screens all semester. That's going to be strongly, strongly recommended. And I am going to be calling people out for not having their screens on. So make sure you have your screen on. If you don't have a camera on your laptop, you're going to have to go get one on Amazon. You can get them for $20 on Amazon. They'll drop ship it to your house. But this is part of being an online learner. You need to be present. I don't want a blank screen while you mute your phone and play, or mute your mic and then play Xbox for an hour and 15 minutes and just make sure I don't call on you. I need to make sure that you're engaged. It's absolutely crucial. It's absolutely crucial to your grade and your success in this course. So now that that's been discussed and that'll be reiterated the first day class, I want to go over the core syllabus. We're going to fly through it because you can read it on your own. There's a couple of things I just want to point out to you so that there's, minimal confusion. I'm just going to pull up the course syllabus right here. Is this the right one? It is. All right. So all my contact information is at the top. There's my email. If you want to schedule an office hour meeting with me, just use this Calendly link. You can schedule office hours with me. Don't email me for office hours. Use this link. If you email me for office hours, I'm going to tell you to go click on that link and schedule something, and then I'll accept it or reschedule it. Okay. Here's all the course learning outcomes. In terms of attendance policy, just make sure you're going through this and reading it carefully. You're expected to regularly log into Blackboard for each week. If you don't complete the assignments, you're going to lose points for them. No missed assignments or modules may be made up. There's no late assignments accepted. If you miss work, you've missed it. It is what it is. You're responsible for being aware for Blackboard maintenance is we start on time. Our classes start and end on time. You should be ready to go at the beginning of class. And, if you just log in after, well, don't worry about attendance. I can track that pretty easily digitally. So I'm not taking actual attendance sort of thing there. But long story short, you're allowed to miss one class without penalty. If you miss 2 classes, you lose a full letter grade, and your third absence results in an automatic failure of the course. If you're late to class, you lose 2 points off your final average every single time you're late. The observance policy is there. Attendance, no absences or latenesses, your grade gets raised by half a letter. You'll be responsible for Blackboard maintenances, and these policies are non-negotiable, and there are no exceptions to that. So just make sure you are there. With regards to the assignments, I'm very strict with the assignments. I take them very seriously. If you don't like my policy with regards to attendance or with regards to assignments, I mean, I understand. But frankly, all I'm doing is holding you accountable for what you're responsible with. And if you don't like that, chances are you're probably not used to being held accountable to things. So that being said, these are the policies. I do not shift on them. If you miss assignments, you've missed them. If you're not there, I hope all is well. Like, I really do wish you all well. But it's your responsibility to get your work done, and it's your responsibility to be in class. So I hope all is well, but at the same time, this is a business transaction. I'm sure there was a real good reason why you couldn't make it. It's none of my concern. My concern is the course. And if you're not present for the course, then your grades will reflect that. Like I said, personally, I absolutely, genuinely hope all is well. Professionally in business, it is what it is. And I make my decisions from a non-personal, non-emotional perspective. So the policies are what they are. Remember, I have 270 students in 10 courses. I can't get involved with every single person's personal stuff. I'm here for you. I want to work with you. But when it comes to the course and the course policies and procedures, I will be consistent with everyone across the board for the entire semester. So I just want to make sure I'm very clear with that. Let's get back into that course syllabus. Let me pull that right back up. There you go. All right, going to assignments. Everything's on Blackboard. Everything is posted on prescribed dates in the modules. It's your responsibility to be aware of dates. Don't ask me when the dates are for assignments are due. They're all posted in Blackboard. Everything must be submitted on time. All files must be uploaded as a Word document or PDF. I will not accept any other formats, okay? Anything other than a Word document or PDF will not be eligible for credit, except for the presentations. That's different. Do not submit anything in the comments section. I'm not grading it. Make sure you're submitting things properly. You're responsible for referring to the My Grades tab to make sure your assignments were submitted correctly and to keep track of your grades. And I'll go into the My Grades section in a little bit. I don't accept late assignments. There are no exceptions to that, and I'll explain why in a little bit. As assignment closes, it won't be visible, and if there are quizzes, I haven't fully decided yet, so I put in the syllabus just in case I decide to do that. Those will be in Blackboard as well. In terms of how you're graded, the total average of each module's average will be your full overall average. So basically, you're going to have 8 modules. Each module will have an average, and then your final grade is all of those module averages averaged together, okay? Here's just some more email requirements and information. We showed you that before. Classroom climate, you can go through that. And then every module, these are all the modules, right? So module accessibility, you can see here's when it's accessible. So this module will be available until the 27th. This module will be available until the 11th. Here's what I'm kind of playing around with, and this is kind of policy that I'm implementing this year, this semester with your class for the first time ever. I'm opening up every assignment from the first day of class. You can start any assignment anytime you want. as long as it's before the due date. Okay. Um, it's almost like this way of self-pacing. So if you want to do the first module's assignment this week, and then next week do module 2, and then the following week do module 3, and you know you get 2 weeks for assignments, but it takes you 3 weeks to get through 3 modules, you're technically 3 weeks ahead of the work. Listen, if you finish all the work and I grade it within the first 7.5 weeks of the course, I don't care. Our objectives are not based on time. They're based on competencies and demonstrating proficiencies of the objectives. So if you get your work done on Monday, why would I make you wait another 2 weeks for the next assignments? Just keep going. I'm not going to stop your flow. Plus, it allows you to do some better, some time management more effectively. Now, remember, there are specific due dates. So you can't do all the work the last day. The work has specific due dates, but it does not have a specific start date. So you can start all the work whenever you want, but it has to be done before the due date. After the due date, you cannot do it. And that's why I don't take assignments late. You have as much time as you need up until the due date to get it in. You can submit it early. I'll take it. I'll grade it. However, once that due date comes, I'm not taking it. You're allowed to make corrections to your work before the due date. So if you upload an assignment and it's not, and you get a 50 on it, it's a random grade, right? You get a 50. If it's before the due date, you can make corrections, resubmit it, and I'll take another look at it. But if you submit something before something's due and you get a 50 on it and then the due date passes, you don't get a chance to make it up. You chose to wait to the last minute. It wasn't what I was looking for. That's your grade. But if you get work in early, I can take a look at it and we'll be okay. Now, there is a stop on that. So once you get above a 70, I'm not going to take another look at it. So if you have like a 90 on it and you want to get 100, your grade's a 92. Once you score above a 70, you cannot make up any extra work. But if you're below a 70, then I'll take work until you get closer to a C or higher grade, okay? Because, once again, I don't want to grade the assignment 7 times because you want to change your 97 to 100. Like, I'm not going to be going through that. A 97 is a great grade. It's just I don't want students to fail because they didn't necessarily understand something. And so you can make up the work until your module average, the assignment, the module average is a 70 or higher. Once you get to that threshold, I'm not going to be reviewing and regrading the work. Your grade is what it is at that point, okay? So that's pretty much how the grading is going to work. That's pretty much how the course is laid out. And the other thing, too, when you get ahead of the work, it makes the class conversations better because now you're informed coming into the conversation rather than me just telling you what information is out there, and it allows for more robust conversation and better group work. So that's pretty much how this course is laid out. I don't want to go over too much of this the first day. The first day we're going to just go right into it. I'm going to send you straight to this video. And I am looking forward to working with you guys this semester. I'll tell you, I'm a bit unique in my approach to online learning, and it's going to be a great semester. I'm looking forward to it. I'm super excited. I kind of like working from home. It's pretty sweet to me. So, like, I don't have to worry about getting up and going to colleges and saving a ton of money on gas and all that stuff. It's kind of nice. So, that being said, let's just get into it and have a great semester. And I'll see you guys soon.